Hi, boys and girls. We're going to finish up our math page that we started last week. They're in the yellow folder. It was the packet with the 2's on the front. If you missed any of those lessons last week, we did 4 pages. So I'm going to go ahead and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the page that we're on, the little fishy page. Okay, you guys are going to get so good at this that I'm not going to have to really show you anymore. I'll just have to, I can just assign it, okay? So right now, we already did a number talk, but I want to show you. I've got my 10 frame out, and in my cup, I put 2, and I'm just going to set them down there, okay? But we always have the kids use the 10 frames before we get to the paperwork. Okay, there we go. Let's put it like that. So this is how I make 2, right? Or I could put them on the red side. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we'll ask them questions like, well, what if we're trying to fill in the whole top row? I'm going to cover this up so you can see that there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. We do a test with them later on. It's actually a first semester test. And we say, okay, if we have 2, how many more do you need to make 5? Now that's easy to grown-ups, but kids will go, 2. Well, no, you already have 2. If you have 2 already, how many more do you need to make 5? So they're counting the empty boxes, right? If I already have 2, I would need 1, 2, 3 more to make 5, okay? And then the other thing is there's different ways we can make 2. I could have 1 red plus 0, or sorry, 1 red plus 1 yellow is 2. Or I could have 1 yellow and 1 red. That's just the opposite, right? Still 1 plus 1, but it's the opposite colors. Or I could have 2 red and 0 yellow. Or I could have 2 yellow and 0 red. Okay, and we're going to be doing that on the other page. But I'm going to put that off to the side for now and get my pencil. Boys and girls, please, when you are doing your numbers and letters, I want you to use pencil, okay? Please don't use marker or crayon. I saw some people did that, so either they weren't watching the lesson or they didn't hear me say that, so I'm saying it again, okay? All right, so I want to trace these first. So we're going to go up, slant down, and back. Watch what you do as you make the number 2. I think Mrs. Mrs. Nicholson has a different poem. She says, around and back on the railroad track, around, down, and back on the railroad track. Watch as I make 2. Mine just goes around, down, and back. Watch what you do as you make the number 2. There's no dot there, but please make sure that you're starting here. I'll put a little dot there, right there. We don't start from the bottom. We can sing the same song with numbers. Where do we start our numbers? At the top. Okay, now over here you're going to make your own, and so you're going to start on the dot and follow the words to the poem. You go up, around, it's like making a rainbow, okay, and we slant down, slide down the slide, up the rainbow, slide down the slide, and then a straight line on the bottom. Around, down, and back. Watch what you do as we make the number 2. There's 3 dots, so we're just making 3. Remember, we like to put a little space in between. All right, this says to rainbow write. Usually when we rainbow write, we use all 6 rainbow colors, but I tell the kids just to do 3. I think I'm going to get a turquoise, a yellow, and a green. I think those, oh, that's not really yellow, is it? Where's my Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow? Kind of a, oh, I'm going to use it anyways. All right, so I'm going to trace it with this one first. Around, down, and back. And then I'm going to use my green. Around, down, and back. And then I'm going to use my turquoise. There. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, now I want you guys to take 2 of your counters. You can either shake them in your hand or get a little cup. I'm going to shake mine. And I'm going to roll them out. So I ended up with 2 yellows, so red, so I'm going to color both of those red. So I really do want them to use red and yellow because when I see their paper, I want to see what they got. Okay, I got 2 red, and I'm only coloring 2. I'm not going to color the rest because we're on the number 2 right now. Okay, and just to show you, they might not have come out that way. right? Maybe. Oh, look. If yours come out like this, you would color 2 yellow. Let's see if we can get it a different way. Oh, no, let's just pretend they do that. Maybe they come out like that, 1 yellow, 1 red. Or maybe yours are the opposite, 1 red, 1 yellow. So there's different ways to make the number 2. Over here, we're gonna do 2 fish. We still have lots of room in our fish. It says fish tank. It looks like a fish bowl to me. So I can make them pretty big. I'm gonna make an oval, put a triangle at the end, a little fin here. Okay, maybe they're gonna be talking to each other. They're saying, oh, maybe one is the rainbow fish, right? And one is the little fish, and this is the rainbow fish. They're talking. The little fish says, can I have one of your beautiful scales? All right, and then I could even put some seaweed in here, some sand at the bottom, and you can color them. I'm not gonna color them right now because it takes a long time, but you can color them. Take a picture of that page and send it to me. And then this is the hardest one, right? I've said that from the beginning that these pages are the hardest. Okay, sometimes I wait until we're all the way done through 10 and then I go back and do these, but we went ahead and put them in the packet because we want the kids to do these. They're really good pages. They'll get easier as we go. All right, so again, we're gonna trace. We have 3 to trace. Tracing is good exercise and good practice for making good 2s. Now, before I make another one, I'm gonna put my finger down. Okay, I'm gonna put 1 finger space before I make a 2. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna put my finger down. Remember why we do that? We don't want them squashed. Do you think I have room for 1 more? I think so. So I had room for 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no reason for you to make 10 or 20 or try to make 100, okay? I would rather you make just a few and make them really, really nice than try to make too many and not take your time. All right, now it looks like this is the next thing to do, but I want to do the number line first. So we're going to start way down at the bottom. We haven't really talked about 0, a little bit last week, but we've got to put the 0 down on the bottom. Okay, it's just like making an O, because otherwise you're not going to end up on the right number. Okay, so before we start counting, there's always 0. That comes before 1. And then put a number 1 right here and then make a nice little 2. So you put it right next to the line. And I know because I've done these pages with the kids before, sometimes they'll make their numbers really big and then they won't fit. So just make nice small little numbers, 0, 1, 2. You don't need to write 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even though the number line goes this way. Later on, we'll use the kind of number line that goes around like this. Okay, now we can do this. Greater than means bigger. So first, I forgot to do something really important. Circle the number 2. This is the number we're working on. Circle it. Now you get to write a number that's greater than. Now, usually we just say, well, 3 is bigger than 2, but if you want to make a 5, because you're 5, we've got some kids turning 6. If you want to make a 6, if you want to make a 4, you could even write 10. I'm just going to put a 3. That's bigger. What's a number bigger than 2? 3. What's a number? So anything above the 2 is larger. Anything below the 2 is smaller. So I could put 1 or I could put 0. I'm going to put 1. So if you want, you can do exactly what I did. Alrighty. Okay, here we're going to color 2. Oops, I forgot 2. I know, I've got a great idea for 2. Something that everyone has. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to see if you can guess. Something everybody has on their face. What do you have 2 of on your face? You don't have 2 noses. You don't have 2 mouths. How about 2 eyeballs? I think last week, did I make a sun? I think I made a sun because there's only 1 sun. 2 eyeballs, all right? And then we're gonna color these. And if you wanna shake them again, you can. Now this time I have 2 yellow. Please start from the bottom. Here's my yellow. Please start from the bottom, okay? And you'll see why later, why that's important. All right, now it's like going up the steps, right? You don't start on the top. You start on the bottom. You gotta climb up to the top. All right, now watch what I just had, okay? I have 2 yellows plus, there's my little plus sign, it kind of looks like a little T, 0 red. And I'll go ahead and show you the equals 2, but that's not even important to do that equals. All right, so that's what I have. I have 2 and 0 is 2, okay? So, or what if one would have come up this way? Then I would have had 1 red plus 1 yellow, but it still equals 2. I don't think we talked about equals on our last page. So look, it's a line with a line. Parents, feel free to help as much as you can. So we don't really do addition until second semester, officially, but the kids learn it when they're learning all the different ways to make the numbers. So we do talk about the plus and the equal sign. And then these are not coloring right here. These are to write one of your ways that you made two. It's called a number bond. Can you say that? Number bond. I'll make sure I do that on the whiteboard in the number talks the next time. So I'm going to put this one. If we have 1 plus 1, all together, that's 2. Or we could have written 2 plus 0 is 2. They're connected. 1 and 1 is 2. And then I can color the girl with the flowers, and I can color the 2 ladybugs. I'm going to do the ladybugs right now. You can color the little girl holding the flowers. She's got a lot more than 2 flowers, doesn't she? 2 ladybugs. They're so cute. Only color 2. And we're done with that page. So again, I've got this marker sitting here. So I'll give myself a happy face on that one and maybe a star on the fishy one. I know. I'm going to give me a happy fish instead of a happy face. A happy fish. There. Okay, nice job, boys and girls. We are completely done with this packet, and we're ready to go on to the next number. What comes after 1 and 2? Next number is going to be 3. Thank you. So what you can do, boys and girls, is don't throw these away. I would like to see them. I know you're sending me pictures, but I could give you maybe a big stamp. If we get back to the classroom, I'm going to need all of the papers that I want to see what you've done and what we haven't done, because these are all collated and put together. But if we get back into the classroom, we're going to have to separate them again. Okay, so it's much easier for us to just pass out one at a time. So I saved those. This is a good idea. Let's see if you can see me. We can put the ones that are finished over here on the left. And then I did cut out my flashcards. We'll use those on another day. And then I'm going to put the ones that I still need to do on the right-hand side, and then you can keep yourself organized. I know it's hard because we've got a lot of stuff, huh? Parents, also, if you're missing any folders, let me know. I've been making house calls. I've had to deliver some missing items. Last Saturday I did, and then this Saturday. But I need to know. I would rather just do it all in one trip. So take a look at your buckets and see if you're missing anything, all right? If you're missing something, let me know. Sometimes you don't know until we get them out, but I think we'll have that all figured out soon. All right, bye-bye.